Power, it promises respect, security, and immortality, yet so many who grasp for it fall into ruin. Why? Because they cling to comfort, not cunning. Today, I will reveal the 5 dark truths about power. Truths Machiavelli whispered to princes. Truths most fear to face, but you must, if you ever hope to rise. I am merely the shadow behind the throne, a voice echoing from the chambers of history. Niccolò Machiavelli studied the powerful and the fallen alike, and he saw what others refused to see. Forget ideals, forget fairness. Power obeys only its own laws. Let us pierce the veil. Power is not built upon affection. It is not forged in the warmth of love, nor secured by the fleeting comfort of admiration. Love, my dear listener, is as soft as wax. It bends, it melts, it fades when the fire grows too hot. Men speak of loyalty as if it were a sacred bond, but I have watched kings lose crowns, generals lose armies, and merchants lose fortunes, all because they trusted in love. Understand this, love is conditional. It exists only while it pleases the one who gives it. A subject loves his ruler when the harvest is plentiful, when the taxes are light, when the wars are distant. But let the grain fail, let the coffers empty, let the enemies advance, and that love withers like dying leaves. Those who swore eternal devotion will look to another master, one who promises them more bread, more safety, more hope. Love binds only while it benefits. Fear is different. Fear clings even when hope is gone. Fear survives famine, plague, and defeat. A man who fears you will obey even when he despises you. He will keep your laws while cursing your name, because disobedience would mean pain, ruin, death, and self-preservation above all else, rules the human heart. Do not misunderstand me. I do not say you must be cruel at every breath. No, a wise ruler sprinkles kindness as the sun sprinkles light, but behind that light must always loom the shadow of the storm. Your subjects may smile at your generosity, but they must never forget that you can destroy what you have given. Love may charm them, but fear compels them. Consider this, when soldiers march into battle, they may claim they fight for love of country, love of glory, love of their Lord. But when the enemy's blades close in and the air reeks of blood, what keeps them in formation? What keeps them from running? Not love, fear. Fear of punishment, fear of shame, fear of the commander who will make their death swifter if they flee than the enemy will if they stand. Fear stiffens their spines when love has fled. And so, if you would rule men, you must understand their nature. They are selfish. They are forgetful. They will worship you while the sun shines on them, and curse you when the clouds gather. If their affection is the pillar of your power, your throne stands on sand. But fear is stone. Fear endures storms. Fear does not forget. A man who fears you will hesitate to betray you even when his heart longs to, for betrayal feels like touching fire, tempting, but fatal. Yet beware of excess. Terror is a wild beast. Unleash it carelessly, and it will devour you as well. Fear must be measured, controlled, precise. It must be sharp enough to wound, not wild enough to consume. A ruler who rules by terror alone becomes a tyrant, and tyrants die with knives in their backs. You must walk the line between fear and hatred. Hatred sparks rebellion, but fear without hatred breeds obedience. The people must dread crossing you, yet feel no desperate need to destroy you. That balance is the art. That balance is power. They will pretend their loyalty comes from admiration. They will sing your praises and call you beloved. Accept their words, smile at their songs, but trust none of it. Trust only what they dare not do. Trust the fear that stills their tongues when they wish to speak against you. Trust the trembling of their hands when they lift them to strike. Love may make them loyal today, but fear will keep them loyal tomorrow and the next day and the day after, when love has rotted into resentment and gratitude has turned to envy. So when you ascend to power, when the world begins to bow, remember, you are not adored, you are obeyed. And obedience is born not from the soft murmur of love, but from the iron grip of fear. Men speak of virtue as though it were a crown, shining and unshakable. They believe morality is a fortress, protecting the ruler who abides by its laws. They are wrong. Morality is no fortress. It is a costume. It is the robe a ruler wears upon the balcony, while in the shadows of his chambers he sharpens the blade. Understand this well. Power does not answer to virtue. Power answers to necessity, and necessity has no conscience. The crowd craves symbols more than substance. They want to see piety in your words, mercy in your judgments, humility in your bearing. They do not care if these things are real. They care only that they appear real. The appearance of goodness pacifies them. It soothes their fear. It lets them believe their obedience is noble. If they believe you are virtuous, they will excuse your power. If they doubt it, they will question your right to rule. So a ruler must master the theater of morality. He must smile as he condemns, weep as he robs, bless as he conquers. He must seem to walk among the angels while he plots with wolves. Hypocrisy is not his shame. It is his shield. The moment he abandons that mask, the moment he shows the steel beneath, they will recoil in horror, not because he has changed, but because he has revealed the truth they were too fragile to face. Do not be the fool who binds himself to the chains of righteousness. The man who clings to morality when it threatens his survival will be devoured by those who do not. The world does not reward purity, it rewards cunning. A ruler who hesitates to strike because it is unjust will watch his rivals strike first. A prince who spares his enemy out of mercy will see that enemy return with fire and chains. And when he falls, the same people who praised his virtue will mock his weakness. They will not remember him as good. They will remember him as defeated. Morality is useful only as long as it serves your ambition. It is a weapon when wielded carefully, a poison when swallowed blindly. Use it to disarm your enemies. Cloak your ambition in the language of justice, your cruelty in the garb of duty. Let them believe you are guided by principle, even when you are guided by survival. Their belief will soften their suspicion, dull their vigilance, and make them complicit in your ascent. Imagine the council chamber. The air heavy with oaths and promises. Every man at the table swears loyalty, speaks of honor. They smile as they speak, but their smiles are knives. Each of them plots, each of them schemes. The one who survives is not the one who keeps his vows. It is the one who breaks them at the right moment and convinces the others he never did. It is the one who poisons the chalice while preaching about purity. Such men are not saints, they are rulers, and remember this, the people demand virtue not to protect you, but to protect themselves from you. They want a ruler bound by rules, so they can sleep safely. Give them that illusion. Build them a cage of beautiful words. Let them think your hands are tied by law and conscience, while in truth, your hands are free to do what must be done. They will not see the blood you spill if you wash it away with ceremony. They will not see the chains you forge if you hang them with banners. There will be moments when you must betray, moments when you must deceive, moments when you must sacrifice the innocent to preserve the state. If you show hesitation, if you confess the darkness of your deed, you will be hated. But if you cloak it in righteousness, if you declare it necessary, if you let them believe it was for their own good, they will praise you as just. They will kneel to you as a savior while standing upon the bones you buried. Power demands this duplicity. It demands a face for the public and a face for the night. Those who fail to master this art are devoured by those who do. You must not be one of them. You must learn to smile as you lie, to bless as you strike, to wear the mask so well they forget it is a mask at all. Power is not flesh. It is not steel or gold or armies. It is air. An illusion gives it shape. Men imagine that power resides in crowns and scepters, in soldiers and fortresses, in the wealth counted by trembling servants behind locked doors. But these are only props upon the stage. They mean nothing if the audience stops believing in the performance. The secret is this. You do not need to be powerful. You only need to seem powerful, and the world will kneel to the shadow as though it were stone. The masses cannot pierce the veil. They are content to see the mask and call it a face. Show them confidence, and they will mistake it for strength. Speak with certainty, and they will assume your words carry weight. They do not measure truth. They measure appearances. If you falter even for a moment, if they see the smallest crack in your armor, they will sense weakness and descend like vultures. But if you stride through chaos as though you command it, if you appear unshaken even when the ground quakes beneath you, they will believe you command the earth itself. Understand the danger of revealing uncertainty. The moment they suspect your power is hollow, they will test it. They will probe, they will push, they will whisper. And if they find your throne is hollow wood rather than stone, they will set it alight. This is why the wise ruler conceals doubt like a wound. He hides fatigue, buries hesitation, masks his desperation behind an unblinking gaze. He lets the world see only the surface smooth, cold, impenetrable, while beneath it, the currents of fear and calculation swirl unseen. Perception does not merely protect power, it creates it. If enough people believe you are powerful, they will act as though you are, and their obedience will make it true. Men lend their loyalty not to strength, but to the appearance of strength. They rally to banners they think cannot fall. They kneel to thrones they believe cannot be shaken. The illusion becomes reality because their belief gives it substance. This is the great trick. Power grows not from what you are, but from what they think you are. Picture a court where rivals circle like wolves. Each hungers to rise, yet each fears to strike first. If they believe your grip is unbreakable, they will not dare bare their teeth. They will smile instead, they will praise your wisdom, they will offer their loyalty not from devotion, but from fear of failure. But if they suspect weakness, even faintly, their smiles will sharpen into fangs. The same courtiers who toasted your victories will whisper of your downfall, and their whispers will grow into shouts. It does not matter if you are strong, it matters that they believe you are. This is why the wise ruler manufactures grandeur. He stages ceremonies, builds monuments, surrounds himself with symbols of triumph. He moves through the world as if destiny walks beside him, and men believe it. They see the glitter of gold and think it proof of abundance. They see the silence of his enemies and think it proof of fear. They do not ask if the gold is borrowed or if the silence is only pause before attack. They see only the image, and the image is enough. Never show them the machinery behind the curtain. Let them see the throne, not the trembling hands that built it. Let them hear your decree, not the doubts that stalk your mind as you speak it. The moment they glimpse your humanity, they will smell weakness, and weakness draws predators. Power demands theater. Power demands spectacle. The world bows to masks, not men, and yet, this illusion must be relentless. You cannot wear it only on your triumphs. You must wear it in failure, in hunger, in the midnight hour when you are surrounded by enemies, and even your closest allies wait to see if you will fall. Especially then. For if you appear unbroken when you are bleeding, they will fear you more than ever. They will think you cannot be killed, and those who believe you cannot be killed will not try. They will swear it to you with trembling voices, with hands pressed to hearts, with eyes shining like candles in the dark. They will say they are loyal. They will call themselves your allies, your brothers, your devoted servants, but their words are smoke. Their loyalty is not carved into their souls. It is carved into coin. It is tethered to what you give, not to who you are, and when what you give fades, so too will their devotion. Men are loyal to their hunger. They follow the scent of gain like hounds on a trail. As long as your favor fills their cups, they will sing your name. As long as your victories fatten their purses, they will call you beloved. But the moment your fortunes falter, the moment your coffers grow thin, they will slither toward another fire to warm themselves. It is not treachery to them, it is survival. You see betrayal, they see necessity. This is why a ruler must treat loyalty as a transaction, not a virtue. You do not win it by inspiring love. You purchase it by satisfying need. You must make those around you dependent on your success, entangled in your power, so that their prosperity dies if yours dies. Let their wealth hang from your belt, their status rest on your shoulders, their safety cling to your shadow. Then they will guard you fiercely, not from affection, but from fear of losing what you provide. But never trust the loyalty of those who owe you nothing. Gratitude is a weak currency. It fades quickly, especially in the hearts of the ambitious. A man may kneel in thanks today and rise tomorrow with a dagger. Gratitude dies when opportunity appears, and ambition is always hunting for the moment to strike. If you would keep a man loyal, you must keep him in need. A servant who becomes too strong becomes a rival. A rival who forgets he is vulnerable becomes an enemy. Imagine your court like a table surrounded by wolves. Each one gnaws on the feast you have laid before them. While their bellies are full, they smile. They toast your health. They call you master. But if the feast ends, if the meat runs out, they will not starve for your sake. They will devour you instead. The wise ruler ensures the table is always set, or ensures their teeth are too dull to bite. This is the cruel arithmetic of power. Loyalty endures only as long as it profits, so you must be the source of profit. You must be the well they cannot drink from without your permission. When they rise in rank, let them rise through your hand, so they remember who lifted them. When they hold wealth, let it flow from your coffers, so they know who can close the gate. When they wield influence, let it depend on your favor, so they fear the day it might be withdrawn. Bind them with golden chains. Make their future inseparable from yours. Do not be fooled by friendship. There are no friends in the struggle for power, only allies while it suits them. The man who laughs with you today may plot your fall tomorrow if someone whispers of greater rewards. So listen not to their praise but to their hunger. Watch what they reach for. Learn what they crave. Then hold it just out of their grasp, and let their loyalty tighten like a leash around their own necks. Those who fail to understand this are consumed by those who do. They surround themselves with companions instead of dependents, with admirers instead of beneficiaries, and when the winds shift, they are left alone, betrayed by smiles they mistook for bonds. You must never be so careless. Loyalty is not given, it is rented. It is leased with fear, renewed with reward, maintained by control. And when you forget this, when you grow sentimental and believe their oaths are eternal, you will wake one morning to find their places empty, their promises scattered, and their allegiance sold to the highest bidder. You have seen the truths now, the truths they hide behind gilded words and painted smiles, fear over love, morality as a mask, power as illusion, loyalty as a transaction, mercy as a weakness to be hunted. These are the dark pillars that hold the throne aloft. Do not expect the world to reward your virtue. It will only measure your strength. Do not wait for loyalty born of gratitude. It will wither like smoke. Rule not with hope that they will love you, but with certainty that they will obey you. Cloak your ruthlessness in splendor, and they will call it destiny. Conceal your cruelty behind justice, and they will call it wisdom. Power is not given to the gentle. It bows to the cunning, the relentless, the ones who dare to do what others will not. Remember this as you climb, as you bleed, as you stand above the trembling world. They will name you a monster, but they will kneel all the same.